Well, what's going on, Cardinal Nation? Well, a very disappointing loss today, as this was a wild game. Wild back and forth game throughout. We come up short and lose 11 to 9 to the Seattle Mariners in the second of three. So, yes, unfortunately, it'll be a second straight series loss. And, yeah, disappointing. A back and forth game. Uh, and had a lot of chances in this game. Was really hoping we could hang on, but Riley O'Brien uh, got a blown save and also allowed the first earned runs of the season, and it was on 39 pitches. He also walked the first batter of the season, so that streak is over as well. So it was a crazy game. This was sort of somewhat reminded me of our very first game of the season, opening day, against the Rays. The Mariners take a early 2-0 lead in the top of the first. Two-run home run by center fielder Julio Rodriguez, one of the top players in the sport. That would make it a 2-0 Mariners lead. Was Rookie of the Year winner in 2022. Helped lead the Mariners to the playoffs that year and helped lead them last year. So that would make it 2-0 Seattle. But then, not for long, we would come back to get a run at the bottom of the first. J.J. Weatherholt with a leadoff home run to put us on the board to make it 2-1 for J.J. That was the fourth home run of the season for him, first ever leadoff home run. And then, next batter, Ivan Herrera with a solo home run. So just like that, the game would be tied. And those were the first home runs allowed by Mariners starter Bryan Woo, who last year was one of the best pitchers in the game, was a Cy Young finalist. And yes, that would tie it up 2-2, only for the Mariners to go back on top 4-2 in the top of the second. Two-run home run by third baseman Will Wilson. And that was actually the first home run of his career. And first two runs of the season. So that would put the Mariners up 4-2. You'll get a run right back in the bottom of the second. Nathan Church with a solo home run to make it a 4-3 game. The third home run of the season for Church. He's been playing really well lately. And then in the bottom of the third, Mason Wynn would tie it up 4-4. And then Nathan Church would put us up 5-4, scoring Gorman, and then Pedro Pages with a two-run homer to put us up 7-4. That initially was ruled foul right down the left field line, but it was overturned to a two-run homer, so that would put us up 7-4 after just 3 innings. So a wild first 3 innings with 3 Cardinal home runs, 2 by Seattle. The Mariners cut the lead to 7-5 in the fourth. Solo home run by second baseman Cole Young. For Young, his third of the season, just like that, it would be cut to 7-5. And that was the end of the line for Liberatore. Pitching just 3 and a third inning, giving up 5 runs, 3 home runs, striking out 3. So, a very disappointing start for Libby. And I mentioned that I thought that this might have been was going to be a pitcher's duel with Liberatore and Woo, and it obviously was not a pitcher's duel at all. And yeah, Bryan Woo went just 3 innings, gave up 7 runs, 4 homers. Yeah, the Mariners would make it a 7-6 game. Randy Arozarena with a sac fly. And then the 6th, Dom Canzone would tie it up 7-7. That was off of George Soriano. So that would tie it up 7-7. Then in the bottom of the 7th, Nathan Church with his second home run of the game to put us up 9-7. So the first ever multi-home run game for Nathan Church. And yeah, on our 5th home run of the game. So that would put us up 9-7. And unfortunately, Jojo Romero coming in trying to keep us on top. The Mariners are tied up 9-9 in the 8th. Pinch hitter Connor Joe with a 2-run single to tie it up 9-9. That was actually off of Riley O'Brien trying to get a 5-out save. But unfortunately, those runs were charged to Romero, so the game would be tied again. And Jordan Walker hit by a pitch in the 8th. He would then be caught stealing to end the inning. So that would keep it tied. So hopefully, was hoping that O'Brien would keep it tied, but unfortunately, he would get the first batter out and then an infield hit and a walk-in hit by pitch to load the bases for pinch hitter Leo Rivas. And on the first pitch, he would drive in 2 runs to make it an 11-9 Mariners lead. And so down 2, we would bring the tying run to the plate. Nolan Gorman with the leadoff walk, but Mason Wynn would strike out for the first out, and then Church trying to get his 3rd home run of the game and tie the game. But unfortunately, on a 2-2 count, he would ground to a game-ending double play. So, a wild game. Seattle had 19 hits, stranded 10 runners. Cardinals had 14 hits, stranded 7 runners. But 5 home runs, 2 for Church, and also 3 hits for Paige Pajes and J.J. Weatherholt. But our pitching struggled, obviously. So it's, I've had times this season where our pitching staff has done solid, and others where it has struggled, and today it struggled. So, very disappointing. This is a very good Seattle team. I mean, they almost made it to the World Series last year. So, but great to see us knock out, a very good pitcher who, like I said, last year was a Cy Young finalist, and Brian Wu. So, hopefully we can bounce back tomorrow afternoon. Also, yesterday started a stretch of 17 games in 17 days. That's right. 17 straight games without an off day. So it'll be a big test for us. And all of our upcoming series in this stretch are all against teams that either made the playoffs last season or the Pittsburgh Pirates, who currently lead the Central Division currently. So it's definitely going to be tough. So in the series finale tomorrow afternoon, it will be Michael McGreevy getting the start for the Cardinals against right-hander Emerson Hancock for Seattle. So till then, I'm just saying, go Cards.